Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the Nightcrawler, famously known as the Fresno Nightcrawler. But if you haven't seen the original idea of this, I will refer you to the Late Night Rant and Ramble, which will be somewhere on the screen at the end of this video. You can just click it and head on over there. Which is basically, this video is just basically a rehash, but my own personal thoughts on what it means to me. Okay, so what is the Nightcrawler? Well, this is the very first video of its appearance. They've been spotted in Fresno, California, which this video is from. It's been supposedly spotted in Yosemite National Park, which is another video that you can easily look up on YouTube. Just look up Nightcrawler. You'll see it. It's green night vision, or Yosemite Nightcrawler. Then it's been spotted in Manchester, Indiana. I live in Indianapolis, and this is the first I've ever heard of it. And it's supposedly been spotted all the way in Poland. Where at in Poland, I don't know. But a man there says to have claimed to have seen this particular entity. Is this a cryptid? Is this an alien? Is this a paranormal or supernatural entity? We don't know. The Fresno Nightcrawler is, according to Californian lore, out of the top 10 most mysterious cryptids of California. The Fresno alien, also called the Nightcrawler, is only seen infrequently. So basically, these things could be walking around, but at the same time, you know, we're not really seeing them. They could be right there in front of us, yet they're walking the other way and we're looking the other way. You get the gist. It is a short humanoid creature about 4 foot tall. The one here in Indiana was supposedly 6 foot. Not sure about the one in Germany. Or not Germany, but Poland. It appears to have no arms. Some say it is in fact wearing a robe or other clothing, which might point towards it not being a cryptid at all, but an extraterrestrial or paranormal entity. Both sightings of the Nightcrawler were on the video, including security camera footage of the creature walking through a yard. What we're seeing here. Now, this is a GIF, so you're just seeing the one. But these things walk in pairs. The owner of the house was woken up by the frantic barking of his dogs. He went outside to investigate and found nothing. In the morning, he reviewed the record footage of the legend. In the morning, he reviewed the recorded footage, and the legend of the Fresno alien was born. Like I said, there's supposedly Native American lore on these things. What tribes of California, I don't know. No one seems to clearly go on the record saying what tribe. I looked up the tribes of California, and just to name a few, there's Miwok, and then there's Chumash. Just to name a few. It would be really helpful if these investigators would have asked these Native American people, these witnesses, what tribes they're from, what tribes they represent. I believe, and I could be wrong, but each Native American tribes all have similar beliefs, but they are very different from each other. I could be wrong. I don't know. My grandfather was of Cherokee, but Apache and Comanche bloodlines, and so it's really bad of me not to know this stuff. I'm like 132 Native American. But according to Native American legend of the area, these creatures have always existed on Earth before we even got here. They live in the boggy landscapes. They're known as swamp world beings. Supposedly they are part of our world now to help reconnect humans and nature. Even though, to quote, while they don't seem to have made any noticeable efforts of doing this so far, the fact that stories about them have existed for generations indicates that they might be nothing new to Fresno. End quote. I have been in the cryptid, paranormal stuff all my life, and I have just heard about these things in the year 2016. Way after the Manchester, Indiana sighting in 2004. Which, that would have made big news for this state, to be quite honest with you. And I just now heard about that during the last video. These statues. These are mysterious as well. Whether they're made out of stone or a tree is questionable. But funny thing about these are that they just now have appeared out of nowhere. I'm trying to find the... Here we are. Supposedly they're all over the place. And yet, since the surfacing of these creatures, we're just now seeing them. Now, these have popped up online. They may be of Native American origin, depicting these swamp beings. They've been supposedly photographed in multiple places, perhaps internationally, but no one knows where these came from photographed. wise, anyway. They were supposedly passed to a source in Florida by a woman in New Jersey. To quote, there are also rumors there are some near a DMV somewhere in California. No one knows who made them, or if they have anything to do with these creatures. Like I said, in 2004, a report says that a 17-year-old motorist in Manchester, Indiana, saw one of these on the side of the road. It was thin, long legs, and looked human, a humanoid, without truly being human. It moved oddly as disjointed, and was described similarly to the creatures in Fresno, except for being 6 feet tall. A second car passed the figure containing 2 elderly passengers who also saw the being. They both agreed to what they saw was not human. So, if these are real entities, they usually come in pairs. They don't travel alone. So it brings to the questions of the ones here in Indiana and Poland. No one has ever encountered one in Fresno, California. I have to make that distinct. Like I said, the couple and the guy in Indiana spotted it. Supposedly the guy in Poland spotted it, but yet no one has ever encountered one in person in Yosemite or Fresno. Possibly a glimpse of one. Are they aliens? They could be. But usually there'd be a UFO nearby. They have not done anything to investigate like other extraterrestrials would. They're just walking by. Personally, I want to believe this. I really do. But there's just too many red flags on this, and I don't know. You say Bigfoot, people automatically know Bigfoot. You say the Yeti, people know the Yeti. The Wendigo, they know the Wendigo. Loch Ness Monster, the Jersey Devil. People know these ones. As for these, I don't know. Like I said, I just heard about these in 2016. And if these things have been around forever, wouldn't it be in the lore already? Wouldn't we have some established lore? I mean, I know they're considered infrequent, but I mean, there'd be something by now, right? But as opposed to the others I just mentioned, the chupacabra even, you know? These are definitely strange creatures, and I'm open to the possibility that they could be supernatural, or an alien, or possibly even multidimensional. I don't know. But all I know is that them showing up in my dream after a year or less, like maybe 6 months to a year, is kind of odd. If these are creatures to bring connection to nature and man, and to bring about peace and balance, that's, a roundabout way of saying, hey, Karos or William, whatever you want to call me, stop worrying about all the stress in your life. Get back out there. Get back in tune with nature. Which, them showing up in my dream isn't wrong, if it is about that. If the Native American legends are true, then, I need to, follow suit. Because, to be quite honest with you, I have fallen way from nature in the last 2 years. I'm just not that, I don't know. I've let my depression get the best of me. I've let the bullshit with Uziel get me. I've been a wreck. I've been a complete wreck. And I'm stressed out. The crippling loneliness that's about to hit me when my roommates move out. The feeling of being stuck. And knowing that I caused that to myself. It's all building up on me. And it's clearly manifesting cracks in reality. And seeing web strands. Which, last night, Thursday, because it is April 6th, 2018, Friday, but this will be on Wednesday when you watch it, the 11th. I forgot to date the video, I'm sorry. But as of Thursday, April 5th, I went into my room. It was dark. The kitchen light was on. My room goes into the kitchen. And the big kitchen light was on. So, it illuminated my room, but it was still dark. I go to my altar for something. And I see this big black clumpy spider web strand. And I'm like, okay, I just saw that. Whereas the one I previously saw was white. So obviously, all this stress, all this negative energy is drawing creatures near, or manifesting creatures and other vistas of reality to break through. On top of all that, the last 2 days, at the time of this recording, I've been seeing streakers, which are these paranormal things. I can't really call them shadow people. They come in various shapes and sizes. I've been seeing them run by, And usually, which in connection to these things, have been showing up around nightfall. Either at nighttime or, as of right now, 7:36 p.m. So, I mean, I haven't seen anything today, to be quite honest with you, but my friend Nia might be responsible for that, so I know she wanted to do something to stop them, and apparently she might have, because I haven't seen any streakers today. But yes, hopefully, as time goes on, we'll see more of these things. Should they be real? Like I said, I want them to be. I think they're fascinating, and if they're here to restore balance between man and nature, I'm all for that. As long as it's done peacefully. That being said, hope you like this video. If you're new to this video, head on over to my channel. If you like what you see after viewing some other videos, feel free to subscribe, become part of Team Awesome. Do click that little bell icon, stay informed, and be sure to check the description box down below, and you can catch all the links to find me. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those.